to the party, I would venture to say more than any other aircraft currently in service, is capacity, jet speed, and the ability to do a very long line, a very wide line, and we can also segment the drop in as many segments as you like to have it. What you want is that flow rate. You get that flow rate at a given altitude above the trees and a given airspeed. The only variable left is wind. And the lead plane can often help us compensate for that, especially if it can pop smoke and give us an instant windsock before we make our drop. We have consistently been asked to build line, and with one application, often build 3/4 of a mile, a very effective line. We can paint pretty well brush strokes over a small fire and basically eliminate it essentially in an initial attack environment. The whole deal, despite a few controls, is really this tank system. This is 11,600 gallons, or 45,000 liters for those who think metrically. A very deep external tank which is propelled by gravity through a computer-controlled constant flow door is the best way to get massive amounts of retardant or suppressant out of the airplane in a short amount of time. We're talking about flow rates here that can approach 1,500 gallons a second. You could take the same amount of retardant and put it in smaller airplanes. It's better to have it all at once than it is to have it over, say, the space of half a day, trying to get more airplanes to dump the same amount of stuff. Plus, there's no overlap needed, and as you know, if there's a gap in the line, you're wasting your time. You can drop, you might say, I want all of what you got on this run-in heading, and start at this dirt road or some marker, and usually have smoke to mark it. So start on my smoke, and then run until you give it all to me, or run until you get to this marker. The other factor is when we get an order, we get to the fire fairly quickly, even if we're farther away than a slower aircraft. And we come with more, the equivalent of perhaps 6 or more aircraft. And we can, as I said earlier, segment the drop. So it's almost as if you call this airplane, you're getting 4 or 5 MAFs in one application. We and others said, hey, that's nice. That wide line is harder to jump over for the fire than an arrow line. And it gives the bulldozer guys and hand crews more time and more safety to get in and enhance that line by removing fuel. It just seems to be a better tool than a lot of people realize. So we're trying to lift 100,000 pounds and bring it over the fire at a rapid to and from speed, which means a jet airplane, and we wanted it to be external. The DC-10 proved to be what we think a very logical choice.